If you want to review a shorter summary of this video, a YouTube short is available for your pleasure. Click the info button link in the corner to access that YouTube short. Now back to the video that you came here for. Hey, welcome to Nacho Second Choice's channel, of where I am excited to bring you one of my first weekly plans. I have a screen up. I'm going to be walking through my weekly plan. I am excited to show you exactly what I'll be doing, what I'm thinking about this week, and I'll be doing these plans weekly, and I'll walk through it. Without further ado, let's get started. First, before we get into planning, I would like to go through what would be just an overall introduction of who I am, what I'm doing, what I'm excited about, why I'm here, why I'm doing all this, what in the world is going on, and that is because I have decided to leave my job. I believe it was back in July of this year. And I did work a little bit after because of some follow-up tasks that needed to get done. But in general, I decided to walk away. I needed a break. I was there for 5 years. I've had over 10 years of federal government contracting in my belt. And I have over about 25 years of full experience. I started very, very young. And I started when I was 14, actually, so, you know, you do the math. Now I'm 39, and I'm almost 40. I'll be 40 next year, and I have wanted to do, in my tag in Twitch, it says I'm a wantrepreneur, right? And that's because I have been dreaming about really creating like a full-on business, what I consider business. I have done dabbling in things like real estate and just other, I've tried to buy businesses before. I've been sort of around the block. I've also worked as a VP of technology at a very small company, so, titles and all that. But at the end of the day, I've worked at those type of levels of where we're planning, we're discussing, we trying to make customers happy. And really, I've always wanted to make my own business because I think I can do it. I love my ideas, and I love the ability and thought to be able to execute all of this and to really work on it and spend some really, really good time on it. Straddled the technical and business side quite a bit. So on the technical side, I've done system engineering, system administration, worked over, thousands of servers before, worked on software as a service products, I really have focused, I've done a lot of as a service products. It's just kind of my bread and butter. I think a lot in operational ways and from a technology perspective in the as a service arena, whether it be software as a service, platform as a service, or infrastructure as a service. I've really done a lot of variations of all three of those with, the successful to the customer saying that the product was successful once I've made it, and it being successful for the business as well. So it's been fun. I've enjoyed doing that. I've had a lot of experience. I have felt like I needed the experience early on in life. I was really concerned about, do I have the money? Do I have the ability to just kind of be, on the streets and trying to, like the whole start in your garage sort of thing. I never had really any type of family backing from a funding perspective whatsoever. So I kind of needed to build up my own funding backing. I've always cared of things like emergency funds. I've cared about things like emergency funds, making sure that I had at least that to be able to do what I want. Well, it took 20 years. But that 20 years was worth it, in my opinion, so I'm going to get started with all this around, this older age, so it's going to be a good time. I'm excited, and I am ready to go over the plan before. One more thing I wanted to mention, and that is, this is kind of a, let's call it three-step process, right? So right now, I'm in the Nacho Second Choice phase of what I believe this project will turn into, and that is the first phase. So what I want to show is all the content and everything for the how to build a stream, what microphone to use or what microphone I'm using. I'm not even an expert in any of this, but I can explain kind of how a microphone use works or how I've configured it. So I already have content right now about how filters are set up, how to put in scenes, what I want to do, this documentation, how I want to share that with the world. So I really am making sure to show everything that's going on, everything that I want to do, and I'm excited about that. So that's kind of the Nacho Second Choice part. Once I have my channel established, let's call it 2 to 5 weeks. I know I need probably 2 more weeks on getting all of this video content at least edited and out there and set up. Then I'll be doing a business announcement. So that's kind of the second part of where I announced the business that I plan on making a business on stream. I'll be making this business completely. I will be showing all of the steps on stream. I'm going to be transparent down to showing the actual money transactions that are going on. I'm thinking about doing like a monthly or quarterly. I'm actually thinking quarterly right now. It would be like a stockholder meeting in a way. So whoever's donated to this channel will be able to join the quarterly meeting, and then you can ask questions and be on stream to ask those questions, and we can kind of interact like that and make a video that way. Investing in this business, I think it can be a lot of different ways, right? It doesn't necessarily even have to be a dollar amount. So I do have folks that are like wanting to invest their time. And right now, if you invest time into trying to, help out or write content or anything like that, that's an investment to me. So you'll be a part of this sort of stockholder meeting, right? So kind of fun thing, I think, to do. And as a part of building that new business, I do want to make sure that it's fully transparent, because the business is going to be about donating. So basically, I am going to build a platform of where you are able to donate, and then I will be making project investments, call them charities, right? So I'll be working with charities, simplest way to say it, but I could work with anybody, right? But I'll be working with charities in order to make sure that the charity, is able to use the money in a way that is ideal for the donor. Okay, so what does that look like in practice? The best way and the easiest way I think I can explain it is if you think of a charity like Habitat for Humanity. They go out and build homes for people that are in need of homes, or make modifications for people that are in need of homes, such as, if you need wheelchair access and things like that. Very good charity from supplying that type of investment for a family and a family in need. So that's fantastic, right? But there's always a question in my mind when it comes to charities and donating money to those charities. It feels good. I see them doing work. But there's a little bit of like, well, what are you actually doing? Well, so my idea is I kind of want to gamify that. I want you to donate, and then I'm going to ask the charity to expense their item. And so once that item is expensed, call it, if you think about Habitat for Humanity, if you think about walls or shingles or chimneys or drywall or concrete for the driveway, like all of these items, I want that to be a full expensed item into this new product, and then you will receive money based on that expense. So instead of having this just sort of blob of money that goes out, I will be tracking each of those expenses. And the reason I do that is, one, for transparency, and two, I do want to gamify what this is. So I want to show like the top people who's purchased the most nails, or the top people who has, the most driveways that they've paid for completely, or something like just fun stuff that makes donating fun. So I kind of want to gamify it. I want to make it fun. And in doing so, I think that I will hopefully be able to do some really cool work out there and feel good about the progress in my call them later years that I have. So yeah, that's a little bit about the business itself, and I will be making all of that on stream. Again, because I want donations to be transparent, I'm going to be transparent about everything that it comes to building that business, so that you can see exactly how it works. What I think I'm buying out of this is, one, the ability to do something I've always wanted to do. Great, right? Yay, I'm set up to do that. That's fantastic, right? That's what we all want. So very happy and excited. I want to make something happen. So I'm doing it. I'm here. We're making it happen. Two is I am recording everything I'm doing. So in some ways, I'm considering this like a very, very high investment into my resume, right? So if I do all of this and I fail, failing is not something that I take negatively. A lot of people take that word negatively, but I think doing is important, right? If you do and you fail, you have succeeded because you have done. Or if you do and you succeed, you've also succeeded because you've done. It's about doing, right? So I am focusing on the doing. I'm caring about that, and I'm definitely moving forward with that type of thought process in mind. Two, and that is that I will have kind of the world's most expensive resume, which is pretty cool. 3, I kind of have this whole other look. If this donation idea doesn't work out, then I've at least showed you how to build a business, and I've produced all of this content out there. I might be able to just kind of pivot to that, right? So, the phrase putting irons in the fire or whatever it is, that's, now that I'm thinking about it, a little bit of a silly phrase if you go look it up, but I won't get into that. At the end of the day, I want to have as many sort of avenues for my investment as I can get. And so that is definitely what I'm really thinking of, well, look, if this donation idea kind of flops, I at least still have all of this content. I might have like a user base at this point that I can chat to, and I have other business ideas that I can work on, I can try, or I can just focus on this kind of entrepreneurial like content, and maybe I can like consult online. Who knows? If I have a base of people that are following my journey, then there is opportunity with those folks that are following and that care about what I do. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but that's kind of the other part. Obviously, the third part being that the business is successful, and then I have other business ideas that I can kind of spin off of that, which I can get into. So there's a web of what I am really thinking about and want to do, and I'll write all that down and share it at some point here. But that's kind of like the multiple ways that I think and I hope that this is going to work, and I'm focusing on success. So really, this is nothing but making sure that in my mind, I'm thinking of the end goal, which is it's done, it's made, I'm having fun, and it's growing, right? That's kind of more of the end goal that I want to get to as a part of all of this. First step being the Nacho Second Choice channel. I'll be working on this and sharing content. Second is the business. I'll be working on that and sharing the entire progress of it. And then third is that next step that I just mentioned. So that's me. That's my plan. I'm excited. There's lots of good things about it. I'm going to go into this weekly plan here, which will be a little faster than what that introduction was, but the weekly plan will be something I do weekly that you can check in on YouTube to see how I'm doing. I'm posting it on Reddit. I'm considering other platforms in order to post these things on as well. So, and on Twitch, you can get to some of those links and documentation. On YouTube, you can get to some of those links and documentation. So there's quite a few places that I'm planning on being that you can check out right now. If you go to twitch.tv/NachoSecondChoice, you can check out all the links. I've at least shared some of the links inside of my profile that you can click on. All right. Let's get into the Nacho plan. I'm doing this Nacho branding idea. I started just writing out plan and, boring words, but let's lean into the goofy branding of this. So this is Nacho plan. This document outlines the current plan for the week and will be shared publicly. So yeah, this document here is shared on Google Docs. So you can get to that again on that twitch.tv, or you can send me even a DM if you want. You could message me on Twitch or whatnot. And you can get to that specific piece of content. So I'm hoping that maybe if you just want to track my journey, all you have to do is go to the Google Doc and read it. So yeah, the weekly plan will be posted on YouTube. I'll be doing this after I save this, create a weekly plan and distribute. So that's what we're doing now. I want to do some video editing this week, and I want to learn how to do that. That way I can start making this sort of YouTube, and that's what the next button is this YouTube short. So my plan for videos is to have what I'm considering long form, medium form, and short form content. So what that means is that long form content are these entire streams that I'm doing. I'm online. You can go, and the reason why I think that this long form content could be helpful to a viewer is that you can go on to that long form content and you can start researching how I'm doing my research, right? There are people out there, I'll just say it like that don't know how to research like I do. I'm not going to say as well as I do, but I'll just say like I do. So you can get from, say, the long form content, these 2, 4, 8-hour videos, whatever it is, you can kind of go to the point of where I'm working on that, and you can say, okay, I want to see what exactly he did here and how he failed and how he succeeded, because I just don't get it. It's not clicking in my brain. So that long form content allows you to go and look at that specific piece. Now there will be medium form content, which is this video. It'll be about, say, upwards to an hour, I'll say. And then within that hour, I'm explaining something very specific. I'm doing this, announcement. I'm moving, I'm trying to at least give you something to look at least, then rather than just this Google Doc. So that content will be focused, right? So for example, this video is all about introducing myself, introducing the weekly plan. So that is a specific focused piece of content. And then I'll have short form content, which will be smaller pieces of me learning and performing and doing all of everything that I've done. And then I plan on doing a short form content snippet of every single long and medium form content that I produce. So instead of you watching a 2, 4, 8 hour video or a 20, 40, 60 minute video, meaning that's the long and the medium form content, you might be able to just get it in like 60 seconds. I can go in, if I create a short, as an example, for this weekly update video, in 60 seconds, I'm saying, hi, welcome. This week, I'm going to be working on this and this and this. I'm thinking about this and I'm considering da-da-da-da-da. And that's it. That will be appended to that medium form content that I plan on creating. So you can just watch that if you don't want to watch the 20 or hour long video. And maybe that satisfies you. Or the long form content as well. Just a quick 60-second video of me saying, hey, on this stream, I'm doing this and this and this. I've researched and I've done this. And here's what you expect for this long form content. So that way that, again, you don't have to watch everything. You can bite it off in a small chunk, or you can watch the whole thing. It's up to you, right? So you can follow me however you would like to follow me. All right, so that's the content plan. So when I am listing here on my weekly goals that I want to learn and perform some video editing, and I want to make one acceptable YouTube short, that is that plan that I want to start executing on. Monday through Thursday, my weekly schedule will be to stream daily. I built that weekly schedule area in order to have me put in items that I care about. For example, if I have a meeting that week, right? So I just want to write it down and it's going to be there. An investor and that wants to discuss what to do in December, so I'll follow up with them. I'll see if they want to stream and make online content. We'll see. And then I have a developer that wants to do wireframes for business. So once the business is announced, then we will be setting up some wireframe stuff and we'll be doing that online. And then that person is going to be able to help us develop the actual site itself, hopefully. So need to schedule all of that with them and get that planned out and ready. My remembers, I did a walk-in for the weekly planning video. I might do it every time. We'll see if I remember it. Well, it'll be on this page, so I'll be able to copy this tab and it'll remind me every single time to do a walk-in for the weekly planning video. I don't know why. I just think that's cool and might work. I like to try little things like that and just see what happens. It's just, I don't know, it's just my brain. Hopefully the introduction is well explained, and I have a progress so far, like the 30,000 viewpoint in the industry, at least we call it like 30,000, 10,000, or 1,000 foot view. So at the 30,000 foot view so far, I've set up this initial stream that I could at least be happy with, and this is it. What I forgot was this week I want to make sure to do my computer cleanup. My computer has a bunch of junk on it, and I want to do a whole section on what I do to harden Windows laptops, Windows machines in general, and settings that I care about. So we'll be doing that this week, I hope, as well. So I'll write that down after the video. Okay, that's a wrap. That's me. That's the idea. You can reach out to me also at Gmail. So it's NachoSecondChoice@gmail.com if you have any business inquiries or things that you are considering and want to think about. So those are all the places that you can reach me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.